Testing, testing. Let me know if you guys can hear me out there. Switching over to YouTube. Like always, wait for a couple people to get in here. Says there is a comment. Oh, Jeremy, what's happening, my man? Yo, Jaheen, what's happening? Just letting people file in here first, like always. Impromptu stream. Yes, I am on here, man. For those that are in early, I know it's a few of you. Fucking updates, your defensive options, some new features such as transition settings, etc. And then I want to get your guys' early thoughts on everything. Yes, it has been a minute. The film rooms are going to come back too in the, like I said, 2K form. Hopefully. No guarantees, Jeremy. No guarantees. I had this thing started up on Twitch. And then, how's my mic volume out there? Are we good? Too loud? Not loud enough? Got him, coach. Yep. Hopefully my man Sam IM is getting in here too. RM, what's happening, my dude? Yeah, okay, so it's not just me then. Because I don't know if it was that or if it was my HDR setting or what up. Dirk, what's happening, man? I hope you're excited, Dirk. Because we've got some settings in there for you. What else is going on out there, fellas? Like I said, we're just waiting for dudes to file in real quick. Impromptu stream. You know. Got him. Petey. Thanks for coming through, brother. Yeah. This game is so deep, man. Jeremy, already? Wow. Yeah, man, we're talking, what are you guys playing right now? What modes are you guys playing the most, Jeremy? Obviously, you're playing My Career. Anybody else not playing My Career? Oh, good, Stagger. Yeah. Where'd you get, Jeremy? Where'd you get drafted? Oh, good rotation right there. Mm. Set that step up. Roll. Nice hood. I gotta figure out what's going on here because this. Come on, let me get some hotness in here. Come on, replay. Yep. Hood sees it. Get to the nail. Come off of the nail. Real nice. There you go, McCollum. Gonna sit a little bit too low on 2.9. Probably something I'm gonna adjust here. But mainly my team. Yeah, we got some my team tools for you. I go, let's see, dude. Oh, nice, nice up May. Early first. I've been in TKU with different teams in my career. Nice. $1K game. Try to play the par. Pete, is your dude rolling in there as like a 60? Nice. I appreciate that, Dirk. Remember we talked about that last year, man. So, um, there was quite a bit of stuff. If you remember when I was periscoping and doing a lot of that film room stuff there, we were talking about things to hit. That was one of them. Was to because it's one thing to try to attack pops and things, but you got to make sure that you're doing it in the right way. So there's just some philosophical stuff that needed to change. Jaheim, I will talk about stuff that is coming. I don't know what as far as like the actual dates and stuff are with that stuff, but I can tell you the stuff that we've got planned as far as things I know that I'm working on. Nice. I appreciate it. Yeah, that stuff I want to get your guys' feelings on. Pace of the game. Um, Seems like a lot of the sim heads and stuff really enjoy it, which is great. And it seems like there's a lot of casuals too that are enjoying it too. It's an adjustment. So, haha, live kick, my man. Nice. First things first, I guess some people will file in here, but you guys can definitely spread the word. If some of you guards or have guards that have played in my career, or sometimes maybe you see it in quick game, and you're seeing the double teams happening, like in the back court or real early in the front court, um, that stuff should be hopefully on your machine here in the next few days, maybe next day and a half or so. That stuff has been addressed. The system is huge, so it's how guys were moving up, what in which we call our threat level system. If you guys remember in 16, different teams treat different players obviously different. So if you guys ran into that, that's not something that's really going to need a patch. That is something that we've already addressed, and now we're just waiting to get pushed out. So you guys should be happy about that if you guys have run into that. So that is there. How much are you guys that have been in here? How much are you guys in the defensive settings? Messing around with those at all? A little detail here as we're going. Again, this stream is going to be, we're going to touch a lot of things, so it could seem like we're all over the place. So, Apple to me, sometimes in my career, yep. Yeah, and I don't have a problem with the double teams in particular, but I mean, obviously a lot of them, some are saying, hey, they're coming after 8 points and stuff. That's obviously too early, and that's not as designed. So there's this little thing that we found, and surprised we got to it. We found it this late, or how it got passed, but hey, it's in. So we knocking it out, and like I said, that part does not need a patch. Any changes coming to stamina? I feel like I run out too quickly. May I'd like to give you. I'd want you to play a little bit longer. I think that's kind of the thing that at least I've been pushing on my side, that I can only speak for myself, is that like let's let this stuff kind of marinate first. If you guys remember in the video that me and Chris Manning did, that's always that's approach I'm and others are trying to just let stuff settle in and not be so reactionary all the time. Because I think overall, as we've been designing it, I think you'll like the changes. Yeah, because we wanted to treat stamina. Stamina, its whole purpose was to be treated like a burst. Because before, right, guys are getting that ball off of the rim and they're literally holding it all the way until, I mean, some guys last year were holding it. They would take it down the sideline, not have anything down the baseline, and probe all the way through and keep it. So that was an adjustment we wanted to make. So right here, we're in a catch-head situation. And due to his shooting, he's playing him tighter. So he's peeling off a little bit later. So a little detail you'll see, but other bigs not trailing him up as high. But Whiteside recognizes it. Okay, Davis can shoot on this pick and pop. Now what you also see too, just a little note, these two dudes now on a string. Recognize a single side screen and roll, step up. This dude here, I think I'd like to adjust him and bring him up a little higher on his 2-9. Come off, roll up, take the pop away. Little changes like that I think are a lot of that you guys are seeing. Last year this was a pain, especially when guys would stretch it out, drags, stuff like that. So pretty happy that we got to that. This is a tricky one too, because really, if you want, you could. This dude should probably be down here in that short corner dunker area, but he's not. But what I mean by that is usually we could split and then attack this guy too, but a lot of the community guys have not wanted us to leave the corner. So when you look at that, I want you guys to think of like, just because he's guarding the corner, we're helping from where he's currently at, as they would in real life. So if you want guys, if you're worried about dudes leaving, if a guy who you're guarding is in the corner, then definitely put him tight. Darius, oh, that's interesting. Nice. To edit speed of shots. I don't know enough about that, Pete, to be honest with you. What's your, talk to me about your stuff there. Jack Brody in the building. Full name too. Love it. Facts. Again, 2-9 here. Splitting it, come off the nail. One of the major features that we wanted to get to, make sure they were doing it right, not just running with chickens like their head cut off and all that. So, you know, they're progressively reading things. Let's get to some setting stuff. A lot of changes, obviously, with the D-pad right here. Team adjustments. Everything, mostly this year on the defensive side, was run through OTFC. So, keep everything here neutral at the moment. Oh, Sir Jam, what is happening? Thanks for coming in, dude. I thought you would be out until the late hours. J City, appreciate it, brother. There's a few times I got yellow bar. Yeah, again, I think it's if you treat this thing like a burst, then you'll be fine. Yes, it does. Jalen, absolutely. And that too, Jalen, another thing, something that we added 2 years ago, I think that people forget that you need to pay attention to. Guys are not rotating to stuff that they can't see. So that was kind of a big adjustment. So don't forget about that either. So if you have a particular pick and roll coverage or something you're looking to do, you want to make sure someone is there, you know, kind of keep that in mind. So many shots. Yeah. How big of a difference do you think that is from previous years, Pete? I need to find somebody that will. Let me see. Maybe I can. Here we go. Got a 1-4 switch. Let me see if it will go here. Okay. Now you see this. This is another adjustment that we wanted to make. Sir Jam, I know you're gonna love this. Oh, Eastwick, what's happening, brother? Oh, dude, I didn't even. Have somebody else used this name before? Or have you been in here using it before? I knew I recognized it, and I didn't know it was you. What's happening? Right here, mismatch IQ. So you'll see two different types of doubles in these situations. And again, for the guys joining, just to update you, the double teams, if you guys have run into that, I think it's mostly perimeter players that have had double teams early after like 8 points or 5 assists. Guys were jumping threat levels pretty easy. This is not something that needed a patch, so it's something we're already already been fixed, and it's out there. So, I mean, not out there, but hopefully it should be on your systems in the next few days, next day or so, hopefully. Yeah, so we got on that, so thanks for all the feedback that everybody gave us on that. Don't know why that was caught so late, but hey, we got it, so you guys got it out, so I appreciate it. Some updates. Like I said, the early double teams, that's already been addressed, just waiting for that to go out. That does not need a patch. I will be clear on that. What we are going to address in a future patch, if you guys have seen the on catch setting as far as doubling, before it's like, oh, on catch. So anywhere it would just come after you, right? So that's what you were seeing a lot of. It's like, oh, he's got the ball. Let's just get the ball out of his hands. That on catch setting is going to be just for the once you're in the half court. So you want to use that. You don't have to worry about him coming to trap in the backcourt or anything like that. It can work in that case if you have like your full court setting on or extended pressure, something like that, where you're really trying to insinuate, I got to get the ball out of their hands. It will work there, but that's something for you guys to take note of. How many of you guys are using the new transition stuff? I like the way I'm really happy about the way that's been received. Just seeing if you guys are actually using the options. Nice. I appreciate it. Thank you, Petey. Space, yep, I knew you were using them. Yeah, because man, that was the thing with the My Team guys is I know that was a huge My Team request as well as far as guys pulling up in like transition, semi-transition. So guys were pulling, some of those guys get all, when they had the, what is it, the range extender badge now, but it was at limitless and stuff like that. So, guys were really pulling up. And I told a lot of you guys that would be, if you guys followed the release stream I did last year, that was like one of our main, I told you that would be our focus. So, no, I absolutely say, Jalen, keep it on. I would say keep it on and keep the defensive communication on. I don't know if you're an on-ball guy, off-ball guy, do both. I have no preference either way because I know a lot of guys hate off-balling. I think guys are getting to the rim easier now with our read and react system, and guys, so off-balling is not as prevalent as it was in years past. But sometimes I like the off-ball stuff. 2 years ago, I would off-ball quite a bit. 3 years ago, when there was like, pre-rotations and different things that I wanted to do, and the AI wasn't ready to do it yet. I was like, why would I penalize myself for being a smart player? And I could, do something. Koos, what's up, baby? Thanks for coming in. So, I don't have too much of a, I've never been too much of a problem with that. And two, like, a lot of off-ballers are terrible rotation guys. So if he's hiding out in the weak side corner, run a side pick and roll that attacks the weak side corner. Make him be a part of that rotation. But yeah, anyways, I digress a little bit. Here we go. Again, we're just chatting it up in here, talking. I want to know your guys' how you guys are feeling, requests, stuff like that, early thoughts. Oh, I've seen that. Okay. Yeah, I can pass that along. I can definitely pass that along. Here we go. Post up situation here. Portland recognizes the mismatch. LeBron, Hood. If you see some guys like Shaq on Rodney Hood, they'll come earlier, come sooner. Right here, you waited. They saw what? If you see McCollum, now he goes, depending on how deep he's getting in the paint. There's a ton of little tweaks here that are happening. I mean, you can even see here as far as Dame shortening the distance. He may be gap distance already off of him, but he sees it. Makes his rotation a bit shorter so we can stay on top. I mean, I probably wouldn't care if he sat on top of him. So, oh, yes. J-City, let's talk about that. I'll do that. So, oh, Siri, you're just killing me. Sorry, fellas. I just came from 2 soccer games, too. So if you hear my kids just going crazy, I apologize. Again, I will repeat for the guys that are in here. The double team stuff has been addressed. A lot of that stuff does not need a patch. And the patch change that we are going to make in a future patch is the on catch setting will only be once you're in the half court. So I love this. I love who comes off the double. Couldn't have been. No, definitely. That stuff. This stuff is never. You think it is, right? Especially guys like that have played. You're like, all right, we could do this, we could do that. It's never that simple. And I'm fortunate. I get to talk to NBA guys and coaches all the time. So it's like, how are you guys doing this? And again, the game has changed too. I mean, you could talk to Big Czar and stuff, man. I mean, look, if you go back and play 2K15, 2K16, just look at the difference in floor spacing, and the game has changed significantly. Again, I'm rambling, staying on one thing here, but again, this double will change depending on the player matchup, right? So we're using our personnel grading stuff that we've done to display, different matchups, and then how deep is he? So I start my post up here, but it's like, no worry, now go get him. And again, if that's Shaq, things will change and they'll come earlier. I know for my team guys like Giannis, LeBron, guys, they had them playing at the point. That was an issue. So this is something we were pretty happy that we're getting to. All right, let's get to, I had a question here about left stick flicks. It's one of my favorite first step features. So you have 8 directions in which you can do it. So you can just flick up on his ball hand, flick 45 to his right here, 45 to his left, ball hand left, cross it over, right? Boom, cross it over. Okay, 135 back right. There's that. I can go straight back, just take a step. Let me get here so I don't get out of bounds. All right, let's go back left. So you got all this at your disposal. When do you want to use this? We were first talking about this feature. It was like, or me and Big Czar were sitting down talking about it, and we really liked the feel of where the dribbler was at, the movement, right? So even something like that, if I can go right, I might as well finish that. It was to be able, like, side pick and roll is an enormous part of the game. So as we got to thinking, like, man, what could we do? He mentioned, man, I really want to lean. And then I remember telling him, and this is literally something that we just came up with at MoCap. He's like, OG, I love this. I want this. I want to be able to lean here. So he was stick slapping. My man was stick slapping. And I was like, just hold that thought. Hold that thought. And then that's where his idea and my idea was like, okay, now we'll just make this a first step thing so we can get the best out of both worlds. While I'll finish the rest of that. You see this little gather here? This is, again, this goes back to the difference in the player styles. So if you want like a quick guy, do the same thing with Mike Conley. Do the same thing with De'Aaron Fox. Do it with Russell. Westbrook is a power guy too, I believe. These get-ups, whether it's get up to jog from we call them like these launches, get up to a jog, you're sprinting, they all kind of have this different footwork set up. And then you see LeBron here, it's a different stop, but he's going fast enough. You see these more when you're attacking the basket, and they're really, really on point and super, they'll stop hard. These are kind of that, what we like to call the dead leg series. Lead that front leg out and go from there. Again, you can do this just by letting go of the stick. There's no button to press, nothing. It's just good, solid contextual movement. Okay, going back. When do I want to use this? Online, you can use this all the time, I suggest. All right, this is cool. Positional play calling here. Side screen and roll. Get them leaning, then take it. Again, when you play users on balling, so when you see this, now this here, we want this to look like a first step. and you'll get that. I promise you. So this was a 90 flick. Okay, so the ball was here, so I just went straight right. Boom. And you can branch out of here. So then you're completely fine. That's when you want to be able to shortcut screen, splits, and his first step may be in front. Depending on how far McCollum is, his contextual move will change. So like if you cross and you come here, it could be behind the back or it could be across in front, depending on his distance, right? Preferably we don't want to cross right into him, but these are setups. Boom. And you get some guy doing it. And if it's not, if the guy's off ball and they're playing pretty true CPUD, then just go take the screen, right? And that's the whole goal of this thing anyways. So LeBron, it looks like we got a catch edge. Again, another pick and roll change just with him. Catch, under. Boom, so he doesn't shortcut it. Again, what is the role of a catch edge? He's splitting this. So if you put like a triangle down between the ball handler, the roller, number one job, we've explained it a million times, but for the new guys in here, as he attacks, we're splitting that line between Davis, LeBron. As LeBron gets closer, obviously we got to tighten up to him. So that's his role. We're giving up the 15-footer. That's what this defense does. And then depending on where you're at or how spread he is, one thing I really like about the offensive stuff is the spacing here. Big Czar's made improvements here because that guy used to stay here a lot. You say, well, why does this really matter? Is because this dude, I used to be able to take this dude and come pretty heavy off of the nail. Now with our game, putting this guy on the nail is a little bit more difficult because guys are, what I like to call, or guys in general call God mode. So this skip pass doesn't become as difficult, right? In real life, you're going to say, all right, Hood, let's cheat up off of here. Maybe not so off of green, but that's you know what I'm saying? That's the problem, that the video game difference between real life. So right here, he should be, yep, there he is. He's 2-9. Okay, now if he gets to the corner, we'll slowly probably play out because we got this. Right here, you're going to say, well, when does this guy help off of this guy? We have all different types of logic that tells us basically his threat. Okay, and we've done this. So now he's diving. So now he's got to stay 2-9, and then now he backs off. Again, what is 2-9 for the new guys? 2.9 seconds that you can be in here. So we try to get him in this area. The further he gets spread, the harder this is for us to guard, obviously. And so Kuzma's going to end up going out there, which is good. This is nice. They're going to roll. He stays home in the corner. That's good. Again, when do we help off of this corner? If you were to break down the floor in sections, so if I gave you like in this whole corner here, this short corner on, say it was like colored green or something. Again, we only help where you're currently standing, just like in real life, where you're currently standing. So if you put a guy in gap, right, and he comes here, and he's sitting here instead of here, now we're in this low post area, he can help. So please take that in. Help. Okay, now you put him here, now he's technically in the corner. It does not matter about this guy. If you don't want guys to do it, put the guy tighter in here on the corner, and he's not going to go. The only time right now with our rotation setup that guys will leave the corner is if it's a double team. And even then it's going to be pretty rare, but that's it. We're saying, hey, you've made a commitment to double team, now go get them. That's kind of our philosophy. So that's it. So again, little stuff that people don't recognize, and again, that's totally okay. I think me and Big Czar do enough of that. We'll just tell you. Again, different pick and roll. He's not icing this. We know it's LeBron. I'm going to try this with Rondo. It's probably going to be different according to their team scheme. Something else to point out is that with Ace this year, again, it's back to like 5,500, 6,000 adjustments. So the system is huge. So again, for those just joining, double team issue that you guys saw with guys coming out early after like 4 points or after 8 points, 10 points, stuff like that. That's not by design, just a bug that happened to come in. That does not need a patch. That hopefully should be in your system in the next few days. So please keep that in mind. Patch update that we will do in the future around the defensive stuff that I'm involved in is our on-catch setting will only be basically in the half court. So if you do it right now, if you put on-catch on somebody and you're my team or whatever, they're flying at you. Smirking dirt. You know what, though? We made it to where the Rockets don't have a ton. So you'll see a lot of that. And, man, I had a bunch in there. And then I can't remember, Dirk, if it was June. And then Bizdelic was gone. And so there's a lot of stuff that I've learned from him. And then now it's out. Best use some of the dribble styles. Man, this, I need to figure out, like, I have the, my stream deck and all that. I need to use this. So, yeah, but I need, because it's some of, trying to read this chat, boy, it could be tough. Okay, again, here, you're noticing last time, there's no ice here. He's in the catch edge coverage. He's got to split both. He can, number one responsibility, cannot let LeBron get to the 10. Okay? We're helped out here because he can play 2-9. You're going to face a lot. Like I've gotten some that were saying Westbrook's really effective. I know my man Mark was talking to me today about that, about his ability to do that. But why the reason the Rockets are really effective is because that guy, if this is not Capella, but I think it wasn't his thing, this guy and this guy with the Rockets are all shooters, and they're here. So you really got to pick your poison. And then you combine with all the speed stuff that we did with Westbrook, and then he's strong, so he's going to win a lot of, or he could get, most of the blow-bys. I mean, he's starting to feel like Westbrook, right? So we'll do that. Here's LeBron, power stop. Got to chop his feet, where a guy like Conley could play what we like to call an invert, where he could basically plant on that foot. It's an invert stop. But LeBron has to chug his feet 1-2 because he's a big power guy coming downhill. So inherently, the thoughts were behind us with the dribble styles. A lot of these guys inherently have advantages. So, hey, let's just, do the best we can to make them play like them. Okay, again, when is this guy going to help? We have you have your threat logic that's left on automatically. Okay, so you see here, he's on. Lane was big enough to stay home. Kuzma bails. We're getting closer. The ball is now kind of stopped, per se. It's getting there. Now he can rotate back, and then here we are back in play. So, big changes. Got it. All right, let's go here. And let's go Lillard. And let's go boxes and elbows Jazz. Oh, man, I cheesed it. That's something I think next year we really want to look at throwing in the defensive settings menu, because we have all of this stuff to put in, like boxes and elbows Jazz. Let's see if we'll do it. Most of this OTFC stuff that you see, the on-the-fly coaching, will happen on the next possession. Let's see if they'll get here. All right, here they go. Here they go. So they're up top. It's a little much, but you guys, if this is what you want to do, this is what you're going to do. So they are literally, I think this is a little high probably for this position. Not necessarily high, but a little far off. But they will play 90 to your right or to your left, depending on it's there. And then everybody else is in gap coverage. So if you get some dude that is literally ISOing the hell out of you with one guy, and you're like, you know what? I got to do this Jazz scheme. It's there. More effective here, but hey, we try to be as authentic as we can. I'll probably tighten this guy up here pretty soon and just make him tighter. I think he's gonna eventually end up getting there. Oh, that's my fault. But it's there. It's there if you want to use it. So boxes and elbows Jazz. Let's go over that again. Again, an OTFC setting that you can set on the player. So, as he went here, like I said, I'll probably tighten him up. As a matter of fact, I will. I think he actually plays much tighter on the corners. Boxes and elbows. Basically, guys are here. So a lot of this, like with Harden, imagine Harden being here, Lillard in this case being here, and we're going to push down to the corner here. And, we move Hood up here and McCollum here. Boxes and elbows means we're going to take these guys and we're getting to the elbows. We're getting to the boxes. We're shrinking the floor. We're going to tighten up here and just not allow them to do a particular thing. If you play our regular boxes and elbows, that's in there, we'll be head up, and everybody's basically gapping. Guys, again, are on the boxes, which are these low post boxes. Boom, 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 boom. So hopefully Sam I Am out there is somewhere lurking in them streets. He's been asking me about boxes and elbows for a while, but that's it. Usually this stuff, high screen and roll is different, but you get a lot of isolations and stuff like that, or 4 round 1, boxes and elbows, good to use there. Yeah, I agree. I mean, Dirk, I don't like it personally because I don't. Oh, my man, Sammy's here. That just made my whole day. Appreciate you, brother. But boxes and elbows, again, regular boxes and elbows, Rondo will be here. I'll look at an update. I'm going to tighten him up. Like I said, if I bring him to there now, let's see if will it adjust if I do it here? I haven't tried it. Maybe I'll just try it here. But I think a lot of us have talked of this is definitely the cleanest game that I feel like that we've made since we've been here. Let me see. Will they still do it? Yeah, there it is. There it is. Oh, man. This is so just hilarious. I just, from a basketball philosophy standpoint, it just drives me crazy in that, why are we giving straight rim, drives? But that's what Utah decided to do. You're going to see them do that against Harden, too, in the playoffs. So if you play in your My League, your My GM, it will happen to him. So it's actually pretty cool. Again, boxes and elbows. Looks like we got a switch up here, a switch. So, again, they'll switch here depending on who the hedge man is. I repeat, who the hedge man is. So it doesn't matter here, it matters here. So you're like, it's a 1-5 ball screen, but it's not a 1-5 hedge. That's the thing. I was going to say they kept doing that to Harden. Yep, Dre. They absolutely did. So, again, I'm repeating, but I know guys are coming in and out. It's a Saturday. So, again, apologies. But boxes and elbows, shrinking up here. Get to the elbow, get to the boxes, coming off of the corner. This is the risk that you take. So, again, you could try this, take him and move him tight, but then I guess that's on you then if people are scoring, but yeah. So, King, I would say, yeah, I could tighten Rondo up, but they don't. That's not what is going here. You could look at Eric Gordon on how they played him on that. They're just coming off. Basically, what you're saying is everything is around this dude. You're giving up the straight line drive. This guy, we're helping. We can help. And then you're basically, hey, if a pass is in the air, if a pass was made now, I could get to here by the time the pass is in the air. Switching defense, no, we've improved switching, but that thing that is not in. That's a difficult solve. That's something we're looking at too in the future, though. The first one I was yes, catch edge. Yes, that was a catch edge. Sam, a catch edge is you're dropping the big, you're giving up the pick and pop 15-footer. But this year the AI is much better at rotating to the pop guy. So especially with that high drag, high pick and roll. So that's there. Like I said, this is the boxes and elbows Utah scheme. So you do regular boxes and elbows, it will look very similar, but Rondo will then be in front of Dame. Okay, you're saying, hey, this guy's killing me in the paint. I need to use this. That's what I recommend, if that's important for you. We'll play Kuzma at the 5. Yeah. The scram switch sounds crazy. Yeah, even if there's no doubt that we'll get it. The problem, the thing is with the scram switch is he's got tons of rules behind it, and each one of those can take a lot. So I want to make sure that we get to a lot of, like, if there's a lot of like crazy X's and O hoops heads, more X out, getting that done first. I think once we get our X out principles better, then I will attacking the scram switch. Rotation. What is junk? Oh, those, yeah. So junk is they're changing from man to zone. Yeah, that's why I said we'll try to get to that. Yep. Yep, the scram switch is very, very difficult. Switching in general, I think, is the hardest thing to do. Transition defense too is like I don't know how many football heads that we have in here. Transition D again is something that we told you that we were going to knock out last year. We told you when we shipped last year that this year was going to be the year that we would deck it, and we certainly did. Yeah, Sam. Yeah, lock into the channel. I don't know why my Twitch one wasn't going. I think it was, I don't know, I was getting complaints about the HDR, but your boy's not taking out HDR. Come on, baby. So, yep, free reign. Boom. Here's the help again. For the guys that were just in. Good gosh, come on, move out. There we go. This, you say, well, he's guarding the corner. He left the corner. He's not leaving the corner. Help defense does not work on where this guy is. It works at where you're currently at. So, I mean, if we were in gap coverage, which this, really is at this point with this scheme, that's where he's going to. If you don't want him to go here and help, because once he gets in this short corner area, right here, again, if we were drawing shapes and everything, now he's considered in the corner. You get deeper, now he's eligible to help. Boom, shows up. This scheme also has its own help rules. So now here we are showing and going. I'd almost prefer that it got sent to AD, but we can't guarantee that AD is always going to be there. Because with bigs, they could lift him up and they could rotate off of this. So, yep, little adjustment. YouTube is better too, so. Yeah. Hustle Westbrook, my man. Yep, I appreciate it. I don't really like that fade, but I'll take it here. So if you want to change your transition setting here, go to, like, I don't know, we'll say Rondo, and then we'll go wall up. And see if we can see an adjustment. I can fire a 3. Just take just a bad shot. But before we get that, let's get into some stuff. Also with the dribble style, something, again, a little detail, but it matters because it's how do I get up to speed? You see this little, scissor step here. Again, you won't see this for every archetype. So, 4 out corners tight, Hustle Westbrook is 4 round 1. That's it, just 4 out corners tight, basically. So it's, if you're seeing high pick and roll and stuff like that, and you want to tighten up in the corners, that's what that does. So that's what it is. 4 out, 4 round 1, corners tight. That's what it's doing. Gray 5 is not in. Gray 5 has been removed. Gray 5 is there. I guess I could try to put that in. I don't know how many people used it or how many people even really knew about it. Gray 5 is a scheme that I did on the film room. It is the one that Houston used against Towns, so check that out. That's what it is basically guys in the post, you're forcing him baseline, say he spins, and then you send the double side low post. So check that out. I did a whole film room on it. Here we go, dribble styles. Bop, bop. Yep, little detail. So basically that tells you I've hit turbo. I'm hauling. Time to get up to speed. I'm jogging. I've hit turbo. Let's go. So those are sigged as well with certain dudes and certain types. All right, let me take a bad shot. Fade away cheese. And I hit it. What? Come on. How did I hit that? I'll take it though. Number went in my favor. Trying to get you guys some transition stuff here. Let me see what else that we can do. Oh, that was a screen. Alright, so nothing there because I didn't get Dame the ball. I still got this scheme going on. Just fire up something stupid. Get it to Rondo. No. Alright, let's see if I can get you an example. Step up. Get under that. Oh, that was terrible by me. Straight up. Okay, see the indicator, that read and react? Oh my, splashing. So I probably should have put this on a different player. Because they're probably going to prefer to give the ball to LeBron in transition. No, stay down. Some of you guys have noticed you're much faster laterally holding LT, RT. So the Nets out here are just begging me for mercy. Real life or digital, doesn't matter. I fling it up, it's going in. Oh, come on. I just want to take a bad shot and show you guys some hotness. Oh man, let's get it out of here. Fading and hitting. Lillard cannot miss. I need to shoot with somebody else. Any other options that you guys have wanted in OTFC? I know my man Dirk talked to me quite a bit in past about this, and you know we've added that. So, Dirk, which one was that? Was that over? I'm fading. Why not? Let it fly. All right, attack. There it is. All right, here we go. We got it. All right, here we go. A little transition hotness for you fellas. Ladies, if you're in here. If I can get this moving. My replay game, like right now, easily a 65. Not very good. And I just... Alright, here we go. I'll just use this instead. Alright, so this, as you see Lillard, and I cannot get an open to him. When you go to wall up, you can set this as a team, per team, or you can set it on the individual. What does wall up mean? So wall up is the scheme a lot of teams use against Westbrook, Wall, mostly against Giannis that you saw in the postseason. We got to identify a ball stopper. All right, so in this case, it's easy because it's my point guard. The ball stopper is running here. Our pickup point of where we're picking the ball up is now there. Before, you could pick it up about right here, right in shooting range. And if you go, protect perimeter, now you're picking it up even sooner. But now you're susceptible to this. So please keep that in mind. So we got to establish a ball stopper, right? Basic transition D101. But now Lillard instead is getting back here. Now you see the other guys are forming. We got to get somebody if we need to protect the basket. And go from there. If I can get a wider angle. Maybe I can just do this from like a... So here we go. They're filling the lanes. Boom. Get there. And then you're going to see guys, what we like to call backflowing. They're going to backflow into these spots. Now, when he's got the ball. Again, you're setting it on the player. So if this guy has it, you're going to backflow into these lanes. Boom. 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 When do you want to use this? That's a good question. When do I want to use this? You don't want to use this on Rondo. So what I'm doing here is a bad example. You want to use this against guys that are heavy downhill guys. Westbrooks. Lillard, I wouldn't use this because he shoots it too well. John Wall. Giannis. Braun. Ben Simmons. These are dudes that you want to use it. So I don't know if there's a My Team card that comes out that a dude's fast and he's big, so he's going to win body up situations. Go to wall up. That's when you're going to do it. Again, wall up, we're picking up the ball later, picking up the ball at roughly 19 feet, 17 feet, depending on. Ben Simmons, they'll drop back as far as 16, 15 feet. And then we backflow into our lanes. So another improvement that was made to this, if I get here, is that we are ending transition. And it was a problem definitely towards the middle of the year trying to tune this thing, is that as soon as numbers are even, we're leaving. So if it's a 3-on-3 break, we're not holding on. We're not, that's when you'll see some guys here that we like to call our anchor spots, protecting the basket. They'll bail a bit early. So again, keep that in mind. If the numbers are even, we're leaving. We're out of here. So that's what we wanted to make sure that guys were getting out. Because if you remember in the past, if you go and play 19, we would stop ball. We only had really one particular, stopping point for everybody, right? So you'd see guys, dribbling up. Gosh dang it. What am I doing? They would dribble up, drag it, try to get this guy who's stopping the ball over here and hit this three a lot. You guys seen a lot of YouTubers that were doing that, move over, they'd hit it. Now that's taken away because of how early we can pick the ball up and then our assignments from there. So here, getting out to the ball, we're going to hold on, we'll match up, we're back flowing here, and then depending on what type of setting that you put is how deep they will flow into these lanes. So again, if you have protect perimeter, Lillard will now, you're risking it, right? Because now your angles, which basketball is just nothing but a game of angles. If you're playing protect perimeter setting, you're flying here. All the game knows is that this is his pickup point. This is what you've told me to do. Go get him here. So that's what you're going to do. So this drive and getting beat off penetration, that's the risk that you're going to take. So protect perimeter pickup points are going to be here. Back flows are going to be much tighter. So this is Anthony Davis that can shoot. You're going to see back flowing the wings like right here. So if Anthony Davis runs right here, we're going to backflow right in front of him and tight and out here. So something you have to keep in mind. So I prefer to stay auto. I think there's huge improvements with auto. Stay there as long as you can, unless somebody is doing like what my man Mark was doing today with Westbrook, and he's being able to just pound coming downhill, and you don't have anybody that can guard him or stop him, then change your D. Good question with that. It's the same, so they should work the same space, but 3-on-3 is difficult, right? Because it's like now there's no one else to clog lanes. So you basically got your ball handler in two other lanes, and now you're going to take your weak side guy, and basically if you want to stop that, you have to move him all the way over. So you're saying, yeah, what, dude, I thought I noticed that. I thought it was super quiet. I don't know. Space, if you know anything about that or something, or if that's just, I don't know. Again, impromptu streams, baby. I need to get the Lakers out of this boxes and elbows jazz, though. It's driving me nuts. Any other settings, like my team guys, that you feel like you're missing or anything else? I mean, there's so much in here. I haven't even gotten into, stuff that we've had in the past as far as pre-rotate and all that other stuff. Yeah, if there's other questions that I missed, man, please let me know. More adjustments to switching, as you guys will see. Here's Danny Green. Boom. Get depth early. Boom. Get under. Get to the ball. Why did it change camera like that? Danny Green. Yep. He sees the screen. That's our call, which is pretty cool. So we know, see, he doesn't come until he's much closer. So it's almost like, switch. I heard the call. Jump out. Play it flat. How do we use the shifty dribble style? I'm trying to think of somebody who's got that. I think Harden. So you guys would tie the settings to rosters. That way we can set. Okay. Noted. Noted. Does Doncic have shifty? Dirk? He may. I don't know. I don't set those. I know Stoffer did one hell of a job though, because we were sitting down and going over them, but I can't remember that. That was a while ago. Let me see if I can get you. So here's part of this. Again, you can trigger against certain dribble styles. Will trigger what we like to call the screen wraps, since ball stuff going on there. But you can trigger different splits coming off of this. So basically, if you take your stick off of this pick and roll, and depending on your dribble style, you take your stick from here to there, you'll get tighter wraps and splits while attacking this guy, right? So when you're attacking ice, you're always taught two ways to attack it. You attack it here, you drag him down, especially if it's single side screen and roll. Drag him, get down, space him out, make him have to make a decision, right? Set the screen up, you got it. Or get. Prefer if he probably stayed there, but he comes, runs. I probably need to improve my angle here in this slot, on this slot step up. And get here, take it back. He rolls, get back middle. So again, you're seeing this. If you ever see ice and everything else, I always like flipping this screen. It's a great tip. Flip the screen so you don't think about, like, you know, anytime you want to pick a roll, you want to get middle. But if you flip it, you can still get middle by working your angles here and then cut. But like De'Aaron Fox, Kemba, I think CJ's got it, Dame's got them. But right as soon as you get in this area, in this screen wrap range that we like to call, here, you come tight, you'll get the crisp cuts. So as you get here, boom, down through. So again, I go here, I'm going to call white side. I'm going to flip it, so now it turns into a step up, come tight. I ran into him, bad timing on my end. That's what you're trying to get here, boom. So I didn't flip it, and they're not even really trying to play it. They're not even trying to ice it, so that's okay. Someone asked about four corners tight. This would be a time, like if he goes to the corner, comes four around one. He's coming from here, setting up, and then they'll tighten up here. I think LeBron is already short corner technically, so he's not leaving anyways. But I remember in previous 2Ks, whether they set their own freelance or spacing, this is your most common stuff. And again, you'll say, well, why isn't he over here kind of more towards the nail? Again, our game, this is kind of the difference between real life and hoops. I get him over there, but you're in God mode. And making that pass is much easier to do in our game as you get here and throw that skip across. So the harder if I cheat you over here to where you can tag this nail, again, tagging, we're getting in the way of the roller, dive, tag, force the skip, you know, just becomes a little bit more difficult. Let me see, you should come, set the step up. Got him. There's another one. So stops, left stick stuff. Get my stuff here. So as I attack this, boom. All these moves, these snatches, different. All you're doing is I'm throwing my stick towards the basket, flicking back hard. Not flicking, holding back hard. That's what you'll get. So now you can create your own stop and go game. So if you do this with Kemba, do this with Kyrie. Attack, hard stick, hold your stick back. No different than you would do in real life. I'm getting down, boom, popping it back. There it goes. There it goes. Now you can get these different types of cuts. So I did this all on the left stick, turned him again as I flicked it back, and now, again, now they got their own stops. So he's essentially almost going to a snatch, but is behind the back. What the heck? They're not displaying, huh? I wonder if I go... You know what? Let me try going on my... Let me try not hitting this link up anyways and seeing if I can get to it, fellas. Let me try that for those guys. I apologize for anybody asking questions. I don't know why it's not displaying or whatever, but here, let me see if I can get to those. So, and if you hear a bunch of crazy noises from my kids, you know, there's nothing I can do, fellas. Saturday, soccer. I think both boys got the W. I think my daughter took an L, but hey, get better. Alright, let me see if we can see what's going down with the comments. I'm out here. What's a good dribble combo starter? Okay, we're saying it's working now. Alright, so. Again, so here this is all left stick work. Took it left, boom, flicked it about 135 to my right. Boom. So me, I'm not a crazy right stick guy. If I have guys that have some different type of sauce, I'll definitely use it. I definitely think there's something there. But you're not using definitely not all the time. Nope. So like right here, space, boom. All I did was straight left, got him again. Turned his ass in a circle. Oh, got him downhill. Bop. Again, this is different for players. I couldn't do the same thing with LeBron. What you want to kind of do with LeBron is if I'm attacking hard, a lot of these guys have different reactions. Damn, Sam. Man, I just use default. So I think jab steps are absolute, but everything else is camera relative that I believe I've been using. Attack here, like a guy like LeBron, attack, let go of the stick. Neutral your stick. So you neutral your stick, and then what you're going to get is Rondo moving forward. If this were, again, bad example, but if Rondo was guarding LeBron who had the ball, get this power dead leg stop, going hard to the basket, he'll get moving this way. So you can create all different types of space with these dribble styles just on the left stick. Turbo to hit this. I'm not. Do not do that, matter of fact. Great question, Space. Do not hit the turbo. You can entry into the turbo and get that speed, but he's going to play that acceleration move, right? We saw that little split step or that scissor action with his feet. Then left stick and hard 90 or whatever with your left stick. Other thing that's in there is that some guys, like Westbrook, Kyrie, I know have it. Some of them have. You'll see a sham god happen on the left stick. If you attack, like in this situation, in a screen wrap situation, and just go 45 right, a lot of the times it can happen if he has enough space. We don't want to do it if he's just right in front of it, you know? So here, attacking hard, left stick, move, let go of my stick, dead into a stop, boom, got it. Or actually, I think I threw it back towards the bench and then let go. Got it, my stops. Look at all the space I just created right there. I mean, dude, I even took like a James Harden dribble and then just waited for him. Hanging out. All right. Now get this J work. But again, this can all be done on left stick. Again, screen wrap splits. When do I do it? Get to the back side of that screener. Now you've activated basically a new set of animations once you get in this level. Again, if this is Kyrie Westbrook and you attack Davis and then maybe come here and try to split, you'll get a different animation. But the cool thing about the dribble styles is that now certain archetypes, or certain styles, I should say, all have different anims that they can use at this point. So it's pretty cool. Pretty excited about it. Again, last time for the guys that are in here, that they showed up late, double team stuff has been addressed, updated. That was not by design. Guys, we're just going through again our threat levels. Again, we're in the 6,000, 5,500 adjustment range. So the system is huge. Guys were just climbing up too fast for certain things. We added a bunch of stuff around takeover and stuff like that. So guys just climbed up. That should be hopefully on your consoles in the next few days. Hopefully, no guarantees, but hopefully that's in there. And then in a future patch, looking at the on catch setting for those that do use it, is that's happening just in the front court. So that is what we got for that. Any other questions while we're in here? I know we've taken a lot of your guys' time. We're already in an hour. Hot damn. We've gone over transition settings. I'm showing you some left stick stuff. No, it does not. No, nope, those moves do not hurt at different. The turbo ones will. The acceleration ones obviously will get you. But if you guys got other questions, man, please fire away while I got you here. So, and how many of you guys wanted to keep these streams up? Because usually when we tend to go, we're unloading. So, boom, bop, left stick only. There was no right stick in there at all. Got him. Turn your ass. Come get this J. And I trick it off, of course. That's it. Good work on here. Defense, we're going. Guy again. I think I should move him up a little bit. Go a little 2-9 higher. Good. We know the roller. We're not in danger anymore. We're back. So you can see these guys are in sync, which is nice. Roll. No rim run threat right there. Or dive threat, I should say. Get back to your guys. Play out. And two, these guys are off. For the guys that are joining late, they're off far because when I was the Lakers, I activated the Jazz. Their Jazz boxes and elbows. They have a different name for it, but I'm not exactly sure what that is, and I don't even know if they'll bring it back. So, are my questions still popping up here? Because it seems like it's gone dead again. And again, you guys could always ask me too over Twitter and everything else. So, is there a way? This is my first test on the YouTube stream too, and so Twitch didn't want to hit me with any hotness. I couldn't get that to work. And I'm trying to see if I can just view this like you guys do and see the different comments there. Let's see what's going down. But I guess what's great is you guys can see this, and then you can see like the old Gray 5 that someone was at. I can't remember who asked me that question, but we did a whole film room on that with the rocket scheme. And if there's something outside of crazy switch stuff like that Brad Stevens is doing or stuff like that, then yeah, let me know. We did that for Dirk and some other guys that were asking about stuff to be added in the OTFC. And again, I know the OTFC stuff is can be difficult, because you're on the fly. But one thing that we added, you can do it now, obviously during free throws and dead ball situations. So, oh, Space, you're all good, man. Man, I haven't said anything to anybody about it. I wanted you guys to feel the system because it's been changed, right? It's like there's a significant different, a ton of differences and changes on how we did this. Trick that off. So like, man, if you go like we wanted to give you guys as much as control as you can. So if I just went here and just moved, like I could literally just go through a whole cone drill, easy. That was it, man. In-house, we were calling it that 45. Boom, just tacking. So certain guys have different, you feel the cuts out. It's always what I recommend. So now if I try this with turbo, you're gonna see it's almost like I'm turning a car. See that? Like I'm not anywhere near as sharp as I should be. So oh man, you know what we gotta do? Dude, the stream would not be complete if I didn't do this. Oh yeah. If Big Czar's in the chat, he knows exactly what I'm doing. I hear you about the shorts length, my dude. I hear you. I hear you. I will pass whatever that stuff is. I can pass this stuff along. Tell Junior to hop on his. Jake, you don't want that smoke. Man, I'm missing comments here, and I'm not happy about it. I want to try this thing out right now. Like, man, how do I go back and just see this? This is crazy. All right, let's get in here. All right, let's get to it. Oh, come on. I stayed losing the jump balls. All right, you can have that. Here we go. This is my favorite right here. Oh, yeah. Let's go, baby. Talk to him. Let's go. Magic's dribbling style. The lean. And then he's got a different one. Let's see if I can activate it here. I should. Yes. Oh man, this is one of my favorite parts of the whole feature. And I don't even know how many people are going to see it. Oh, come on, replay, jeez. So you saw Magic bringing the ball up the court. So he's got his own little lean. Go back to 1987, 88 when they beat the Pistons. And he kind of has that swagger to him. He's talking. He's leaning. So when he's in the backcourt, he's got his own dribbling. And then let's go to, now he's in the half court. Now he's got the plays. Oh, this is my favorite. They're going to call the play. No different than the greatness' MVP years. So if you're an old hoop head, man, we got this for him, Jerry West. Like I said in the video, Dennis Johnson. So I was talking about, hey, he's got his hand out, calling his stuff. Like, this is the type of detail that we were trying to get to. Like, I don't know how many guys, especially the younger audience, that's going to notice this, or they may not, and that's okay. But this is for the old Sim Nation Sim heads. Everybody else, you want to relive the glory days of the 80s hoops. Man, this is it. This is it. We saw this in, man, I was just sending videos, Big Czar going back and forth, just laughing our ass off. Like, this is something, man, I think we definitely want to blow out even more. So you'll see the Sig idols, LeBron, Kawhi. It's got the staggered stance, like all that. And again, a lot of people will care, some won't, but it's just like, this is the attention to detail that you get. The swagger. I need to post a one-to-one video. I just need to find it. But yeah, man. So, all right, let's get ready to wrap up shop. So you guys fire away any other questions that you got. Thanks for hopping in. Again, and I didn't say anything. Maybe I'll pop back on and do some park stuff, because I got to be getting my dude in the streets. But if this thing just archives and goes right into the film room, then great. But apologies for the long length the stream. The comments thing's driving me nuts. Full clip. What's going on, my bud? Attention to I don't know. That's not the area that I'm in, but I can pass that along. No. Or sorry. Am I adding? Oh, adding. Probably. Do you guys have so much there? And then like the NBA's, there's some certain stuff. I'm thinking of like an overload scheme that you could do. I just don't know how many guys that I'm watching. I'm watching streamers and my team guys. Everybody's playing up top. You know what I'm saying? Like everything's high pick and roll, 4 out, 1 in. So like if you add an overload scheme, that's basically insinuating the ball's on one side of the floor. But if there's stuff that Dre that you guys see, hey man, I would love for this. Can we do this? I mean, throw it my way. So I just really wanted to make sure too that there was stuff in there. I'll probably go over some. It sounds like the dribble combo stuff you guys want to go over. So we can definitely go over that, like screen wraps, splits, snatchbacks. Again, you can snatch back just on the left stick with particular players. Probably could try it with Magic, but because he doesn't have it. Magic doesn't have that wiggle. Here's Magic's first step. See, he's like got a load up and he's got a dribble in it. So certain guys can just stick their feet in the ground and bang, get going. Scissor their feet, get flying. Magic's got the extra dribble. But he's also protected stops too. So as you see that stop right there, he's just kind of coming to a controlled, nothing too fancy. Nothing. If you attack with like a Kemba Walker here, say you blow by Lillard, if you're Kemba, let go of the stick. There's like added shot fakes type of stops where he's kind of almost lifting like he's going to hezzy shoot and then roll it over into a dribble. A little attention to detail, little stuff like that. Boom, just a controlled stop. Easy fundamental. I think he's got the fundamental stuff going on. So, but yeah, Dre, I don't know. We'll see if we can get add some other stuff. I'm always into that. There'll probably be more like mostly updates will be see like like our adjustments to double team, stuff like that. A lot of it in these past couple of years, Ace wasn't as aggressive as it is this year. It's more similar to 16. Seems like people wanted that back. Way more team centric. Every game kind of being different, stuff like that. Because believe it or not, man, there was quite a bit of people because the scoring at the My Career stage got so. I mean, there were still a lot of guys that were doing well. I mean, don't get me wrong, but there was guys that we were looking at numbers as far as in like from 15 to 16, and those guys were scoring like 60 something a game, 50 something a game at over like 60%. We took that all the way down to under 20 at like 48%. Again, there's other guys that were killing still and still doing their thing because they're solid and they figured out ways to get around the system. But overall, it's definitely made its thing, its improvements. And it's the one system that we've had that when we tell you, hey, this is the 3-year plan, this is what we're trying to do, like we've held on to that. That's what I love about it. It's like, oh, why don't we change this or change that? Like, I can't stand that stuff. It's like, man, that's all like you fans and especially myself being a fan of the game, that's all we've ever heard. Oh, 3-year plan this, 3-year plan that, and then it's like, a year or two, somebody wants to change the name of something or change something different. That's just, I don't like it. So, I like to see things through, whether there's problems or not, and then knock it out. So, that's one thing I'm super proud of that we've done. And I see no other comments, so this comment section has got to be dying. Not you guys in general, but why it's not displaying. Makes no sense. Wait, what? I can't see these. Mark, I see you. I just got your message. Okay, so this is a PS4 thing. So I won't keep you guys much longer. Try to let you guys do your thing, man. I appreciate you all, man, coming through. So. Let me see here. Because I know my man probably Will is out there. Okay, so here's one that came in fixed my GM. I don't have anything to do with my GM. What happened? Talk to me. Archive. I appreciate it, Space. Yeah, it should be. And now that everything's going through there. D-Sam, appreciate it. Alright, yeah, because if I can just do this through the film room, then it's probably just much, I guess it's much easier. So, like I'm on here all the time anyways as a fan. So it's not like I'm jumping on to 2K21 right now, right? I'm all in with you guys. I'll be in the park. I'm definitely in Pro-Am a ton. So, Team Winners Win is in full effect. Let me see what else. Let's see if I can get in here. Again, keep firing questions. I just got a note that they tried to do it. Blah, blah, blah. Man, Mark is asking about he would like help defense to be even quicker. Okay. We could do that. We actually made changes to kind of turn it back some because that was a big request of the other guys and making it more as to where, usually the guys were quicker to help on weak side and low side, weak side and strong side, low post. So that's where you see guys more come because if guys are helping down off of the, say you're on the angle or you're on the wing and you're attacking the basket and you're guarding somebody on the, I'll do it right here. If I can get a good camera, that's going to work for me. So, like this, Mark was talking about, he's attacking with Westbrook here. Say it's a clear, it's an open floor for round one and everybody's tight. There's not really a logistic place to help. You can help here, say this guy's here or whatever. But, if Westbrook's already, he's going to beat you, to that spot. So, probably some stuff, we can look at, but people have told us mostly not to look at necessarily over helping. So, okay, here, let's go. If you guys go into the, see, I came in, let's see, OGFilmRoom. Oh, here we go, here we go. Okay, here we go. Yep, I'm saying this again. Sorry, guys. So what I did is opened it up over my phone so I could see this. Here we go. Man, there's a ton of comments I missed. Holy cow. Sir Jam, appreciate it, brother. 6:23. What time is it right now? Gosh, well, this is crazy, man. I'm seeing like everything I missed. This is wild. Dre, you like the magic. Appreciate it. Okay. D-San, yep, got the lean, got them 80s vibes, yep. Man, that's the thing, dude, is blowing that stuff out. Like when you see Dennis Johnson with the waddle, dude, that it's gonna have you dying. Again, no turbo, just dribble up the court. Yep. Yeah, this is only year one of that too, Dre. As far as of this. This is my first year on the left stick movement, so Sam, appreciate it, brother. King E, appreciate it. Sir Jam, much love, brother. Again, I'm just going down these comments. Yeah, dude, there's a bunch of stuff with each one of these schemes I'll probably break down. If I did that, man, it would take us like 4 hours. I mean, there's a lot of stuff in there. When do you use pre-rotate? How do you do this? Like, pre-rotate is a scheme that you pretty much only want to use with dudes who are, again, in, like, side pick and roll situations. Heavy. No, that one I get quite a bit. Switch rules, we added off ball to that. It's like a little thing, but it was like people were confused. Is this on ball, off ball? And so I'm glad we knocked that. Just something stupid like that just knocked out. Pre-rotate. Look at this. So if you look here, again, one is on the wing. You guys can see the drawing. This guy is literally, we're coming all the way over. When do I use this? I'm using it against guys in these situations. But like when I was playing my team a bunch last year, competitively, everybody was working out up top. So I never had to use it. So what I would do, but then it got to a point where a lot of the cards guys were playing shot the ball pretty well. So my boxes and elbows didn't work as well against those guys. Chris hired, yes. Again, double teams have been addressed. Hopefully they should be on your console in the next day or so. Hopefully. Again, don't quote me on that, but they have been. Those do not need there. They were just jumping threats, what we call our threat levels. So we just quarter lengths and can we Christopher Kingsbury says, can we please adjust quarter lengths and sliders? I don't know a ton on that as far as in what mode, Chris. Big Al, what's going on, brother? Full clip, you're having trouble with the stationary open one. Okay. One thing to check when I'm playing with the Warriors, defender guarding Steph Curry. Yes, yes, Chris. So this is an adjustment just for Steph Curry. So I mean, you could change. I mean, there's things that you could do and not use that if you don't like that. Got mad skills. He would like. At times you can drive. I guess that depends on the player, though, right? Is that like a Westbrook thing? Is that your my career guy thing? Yeah, yeah. I see Big Czar in here. Okay, great. KJ, what's up, my man? How are you? Appreciate it. Thanks for coming through. Yeah, so got mad skills. That's kind of the thing. If you want, I mean, then you can. The game is just spread. So if like you can't, the NBA is basically wanting you to, unless you got to go bare or interior defenders, you got to be able to handle the ball at the primary level. And if you can't do that, you're going to be in trouble no matter what. So if you start, you can shrink the floor. If you start shrinking the floor, then you're giving up trays all day. That's true. Yes, Trey, you absolutely can. We're in for any attention to detail that you guys may see, believe it or not. Oh, nice, sir. Trey Young. I don't know which. Do you know what style they gave Trey Young? Was it shifty or quick? I can't remember. Yep. Tail Dog, what's up, baby? Full clip. He's having trouble. Okay. Yeah, no, I don't. Yeah, yeah, that was just. So basically, what was happening for the double team stuff is that if a guy goes and gets, for some reason he was moving up, it'd be like, oh, he's hot or whatever, and then the setting of like on catch would pop, and then it comes and gets him. So that's all that was happening. So like I said, hopefully that's in there very very soon, but it's already been addressed, so it was done by the end of the week. Is Ice defense fully functional this year? Or do I need to manually change my screen setting? Well, Ice defense tail is just, I mean, obviously at its primary level. So whatever you decide to do there, like I don't know how early you got in the stream, but we went over, you can check it out. We went over dive threats. So like if it's 4 round 1, right, and it's a side or angle screen and roll, that weak side dude guarding the corner is on one hell of an island. And even your guy who's in the catch is doing that too. So that's tough. It's tough to do. But yeah, the guy should be jumping. I mean, if he's allowing you to go middle and stuff like that, nice. That's more of a problem I would be worried about, to be honest with you, Tail. OG is the fake Doncic step back move Mike mentioned in his blog. I haven't done that. I haven't seen it. It's probably more for him. I'm sure if he said it. Yes, the AI does understand that you are in ice. As far as your primary stuff goes, your on-ball guy and your post guy, yes, they do. But ice does it, buddy, right? If Klay Thompson's in the weak side corner, just because you're in that pick and roll coverage, his thing is not going to change. Because if you've set his assignment to say, hey, Klay, we don't want Klay to get off. I mean, they're going to stay, they could stay home on the weak side or, whatever. Got my defenders facing. No, I haven't seen that. Is it possible to patch out? Don't know enough about the leaderboards, Christopher. Yeah, but tail, think of it like that, right? Is that's your setting. You put it on. Okay, and that's it. Like the primary screen roll level, this is what you're telling them to do. And then if you're looking at like OTFC and stuff like that, the on-the-fly stuff that I went over earlier, that's like your combo defensive stuff. Nice. I appreciate that, Dirk. That's good. Yeah, man. I know my man Jurist the Curse was killing it with the whole 2KU stuff, so but let me see. You know what? Dude, I was supposed to get out of here. You know, I'm giving this 10 more minutes. How about that? This is way too long. YouTube's gonna kill me. I'm just playing. Don't I have to like turn off my music too? I guess I'm not monetizing this. I guess it really doesn't matter. Uh, who would you talk to for that other than the guys that I know inside? Especially playing WNBA face there. Oh, got mad skills. Oh, so here's what you gotta do, man. Let me tell you. Here, I could probably go over it here. The game. Just do that. Oh my gosh, what a noob move. Hold on. I wanted freestyle. I go into scrimmage because this is like what I'm doing all the time. Testing Nino's 3 million different plays. System proficiency got touched. Yeah, it got touched a little bit, not a ton. It's got a lot of changes with, I guess, more or less in my GM and my league with how teams evaluate guys. Hey, Gal, I believe you could do that. Are you talking about in my league? I believe that stuff should be fine if you go per team, but let me know if that's a problem. All right. All right. So as you can see, I'm trying to attack hard. He's got a much slower get up. And he's playing these like slasher, basic, retreats coming out of there. Now I'm gonna sub in Kimba. Now the game changes. Bop, bop. This is all left stick, my friends. Again. What else do we got here? Man, these comments are flying. How do I initiate favorite plays? That is a question for Biggs or we're gonna start rating with scouting players in the draft. I gotcha. So here we are. You saw with I was doing literally the same thing with Giannis. Attack hard, boom, pull my stick straight back. Then Giannis would just give you kind of this basic slashing cut because he's a downhill guy. Loves the open floor. He's not really this guy. And now you got Kimba Walker here. This is all left stick. Snatch, gone. And then I think he goes right into his like little stop right there too. But that's it. Attack, boom. And so he's got like a bunch of these, depending on which foot is down. And there's a bunch of different ways that you could, stop. You let go of your stick here. He may stop off of this foot or that foot, whatever's the one that's, first. Are you holding turbo down when going downhill? Yes, but when I'm snatching, I'm not. If you hold turbo and go towards half court, like at all, even a little bit, they're going to turn and run. So I'm here, I'm turboing now, playing my first step, letting go now. Or not, sorry, I'm not letting go. I'm holding back right about now. Now I'm getting that stop. And then from here, stick forward. Now the ball's back in his hands, gone. So this transition, something like this, you can't get with other guys, or you'll get them, but you'll get them like differently. The shifty style, you may get this. You may get, no, not this animation, but you may get a different snatch. And then as you get the different snatch, you know, this could cause the defender to do something different. And then this move could have a little bit more wiggle on it instead of being quick, which could make this defender do something different. So, but that's it. That's part of the other, you know, I could do this for, I'll probably do this for another stream. Boom, left stick. Attack. Left stick. Boom. And I can turbo from here. So Dirk, I'm turboing. Left stick. Just holding it back. Getting my stop. Turboing now. Gone. I gotta get to the basket and get downhill. Let me see if I can get something going here, like dead leg. Was a punch. Yeah, right here, just letting go. Punch. Little dead leg punch right there. Bop. So you're gonna see some, like I said with Kemba, you get a big down here, let go of the stick. He'll raise his hands together as if he's gonna pull the J. And then that kind of gives him that deception. Nash has it. Harden's got some of them, but they don't have the package that like Kemba and Kyrie have. And then someone will say, well, this is all predicated for guards and other things. That's definitely not true. Because certain guys, like I said, you saw LeBron that we showed earlier. You see, like Giannis. A lot of those guys have quicker, longer cuts in the open floor. So they feel different. See here, he's able to get his feet down faster and get going. Bop. Yeah. So you just mess with these different dudes. And I encourage you all, as you're labbing up. Like, dude, I've been in here even when we were creating the feature of just like messing around here. What combo do I have after this? Because if you go 45 right now, you may get a hard between the legs with somebody. You know, Magic, if you're Magic Johnson, you're not getting this stop. It's not going to be that clean. It's going to be a stop, right? 6'9", big, fundamental. Those are the type of stops. You can't stop and go with those type of dudes. So when you heard me talk about in all the videos of stopping and going, that was it. Another change that we made, if you know, obviously you feather your stick, you got this right, walk, and then I can go a little bit faster. You know, the more I hold it. If I hold my stick full, I'm automatically in forward movement, right? Meaning I'm facing forward. We're not doing anything for you. This is it. Boom. I'm just yes, Sergey. I'm just letting go of my stick. Boom. Punch. Cross, punch, cross, snatch, gone. Right there, all left stick. Right here, all left stick. Bop, dead leg, cross, behind, go again. Oof, bam, again, got him. Again, all left stick, let go. I'm just neutral on my stick after this, let go. Bam, cross him over. Boom, gone. All left stick. Bam. And you can get a lot more stuff that's a lot, you know, some shiftier. It depends. If I take my circle here, right? And instead of letting go of my stick, I throw it back this way, you'll get different stuff. But this is it. You kept hearing, I didn't want to blow smoke. We're talking stop and go. This is it. So if you try the same sequence with a Westbrook, Harden, LeBron, your favorite players, De'Aaron Fox. This is why like the speed with ball is so important. The accelerations of how guys get up. This is something that we were tuning all year. Boom. 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 That's all stuff that you can do. There's left stick players and there's right. So like Kemba's nasty on the right stick too, right? But this was the whole thinking behind it. How do we just create just normal stop and go guys? We got to make them boom, boom, bop, 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 left stick. Now again, you try that with somebody else, it's just not going to happen. Oh, okay, yep, there's another one that he's got in his package. But it makes you feel some type of way, right? So you get here, da 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 da. Oh, give it to him. Yes. Bop, 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 bop. See, but he's going fast. See? So, like, you're flying. So now, even as quick as he is, he's got a decel. But now you're shifty. And now when you get to this spot, now you can start looking to branch. Do different things. High pick and roll. Get downhill. Shake on him. Pull the J. Do all that stuff. Nope. No left stick tap at all. This is it. This is all right stick. I mean, sorry. This is all left stick. Wop, wop, wop. That's it. I should have comboed off of that. And then what's great is you take this. I don't use it as much as I have because I didn't need to. But like a lot of the dudes that I play with really aren't those guys anyways. Right? So I'm using the Lakers a ton, like LeBron. Like think of it like that, right? That was the whole philosophy. There's a left stick dude, there's a right stick guy. Like those are some guys are both, right? Kyrie's fast. He can stop and go. You know, he's got some right stick sauce, but like Westbrook's not a right stick guy. So that was it. So let me look in here. I mean, come on. Just letting go right there. You're still stopping, but now you got some sizzle to the stop. Give it to him. Yeah, I could shoot after I stop. I did it wrong. Try it again. Right there. I'm just punching into stops. Again, you have the left stick stuff here. You got 8 different directions. So ball hand, again, cross, forward left, forward right, forward left, forward, forward left again. I messed up. Straight ahead. Boom, forward right, forward left, forward right, forward left, forward right, 90 right, 90 left. Got him. So that one, see, I should have waited. I should have waited. My timing was off. So I tried to, see, he's going to invert, and it went right to his J. See? Check, what am I? I see you, Space, with pistol. Hot damn. Yes. Oh, that's dope. Oh man, thanks for passing that along. Oh man. All right. Yeah, but here, right? This is going to go to an invert stop, right? We're going to that left thing. I should have just let it play. And then when it finished, then go to the shot. But then we went here and we branched right to our shot. So I didn't really get that pop I wanted. Yes. Mouthpiece. Full. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm playing on easy. I'm not sure that makes any sense, my man. I'm doing nothing. I literally booted up the game. Sure, like a lot of you guys even had it before I did. I'm using whatever is default. So I'm assuming it's just camera, but I'm left sticking, right? I'm not doing any right stick. Dead leg, J. I mean, that's seamless, fellas. Full. Get on my level, son. Ah, cash rules everything around me. This is no different in real life, too. I'm hitting you. If you're not, you better Google. You better ask around. Tell them, Czar. Ah, yak. I don't care where it's at either. It's a demonstration. Is there a special retreating left stick? Guys, some guys will do it faster than others, but it's just going back. Nothing else. Trey, you like that? I figured you would. Alright, fellas. Talk to me. Anything else? About to sign off on here. Thanks for all y'all rolling through here. This was nice. I mean, I should just get on later on tonight. Again, I'm on West Coast time. Sun is out. Game is out. Everything feeling nice, feeling right. Game feeling tight. Tail Dog, appreciate you, my brother. Thanks for coming through. Thanks, Dre, my man. Appreciate you. Space, dude, we gotta, yeah, you guys, let's link up and let's get in this pro-am. I know, I know, I know. That's why the regular film rooms are only like a minute and a half long. But these dudes deserve it. So, it doesn't really, I'm good. Information overload, my bad. At least it'll be archived now. Can you do standing behind the back with the left stick? You can go back in that direction, but there's nothing that says that you can right there. So if I flick 180 straight behind me, that's what I get. So again, when do I want to use it? High pick and roll. Here he comes. Attack. Boom. Let me get a better one for you. And there's another one that's off of that too. That's some other Kimba sizzle for you. This. That little deception with his feet. Like I'm going to attack here. Got him. Talk to him. Get filthy with it now. Get filthy with it now. Yep. Yep. Oh, come on. You do this. Boom, turbo. Attack. Because now he's got that quick first step. And then now we start rolling into our stops, our splits, and everything else. So you guys should just have a ton of fun with that. And then, hey, if you're skilled enough and you're doing the left stick stuff, I mean right stick stuff on top of this, god damn. Then you're next level with it. He did a sham. Were you attacking the basket? So, yeah, there's no guarantee. That has to be like, Sir Jim, that's got to be like super, like in the moment to get it. That's like a little bit tougher one to get if you get some sham and all that. Yeah, dude. Oh man, you should have seen Dre. My son was in here with me, my oldest son, Junior, and I was in here just labbing the left stick, and he was just like, "Why are you in here so long?" Dudes have changed, man. Even my own kids with that stuff. He did it on the wing stationary. Hmm. I only feed you once a year, but you're more than full. Full. I'm not sure. I'm not positive on any of that stuff though. And you know when you guys are coming in here, baby, we're Prime 112. So, all right, fellas, well, holler at me. You go to the way and pull straight back. Yep. Jaheem, my brother, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for rolling through. Impromptu, on the spot, no notice. Okay? Fellas, it's been real. Talk to me. Let me know. Maybe we'll get back on. Maybe Czar will step his stick game up and come join me in them streets. Maybe. I'll leave that to you guys. Maybe he'll join. We'll see. Because he wants to join. He's over there, but, hey, I'm going to play with these dudes. Like, if you want to be a winner, you're going to join the winners win. Okay? You know that. I know that. There's a lot of rings over here. You know what time it is. No, I'm trolling him. I know he's probably still in here lurking. So, yeah. Thank you so much, fellas. Let me know. Again, we got some more labbing to do, especially with the dribbler. To get your guys' hotness up like this, to get that game up. I'm just spewing all types of just bad stuff. So, I'm going to go eat. You know the rules. Until next time, winners win. Winners win. And I'm out.